All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed here for you. This one, we're talking about killer lease deals on the 2025 4Runner, or are they? We're going to dive into it and let you see. But it says right here in the month of August, for August, lease offers for this. Let's look at what they are. Here it is, a Toyota 4Runner Trail Hunter, the amazing Trail Hunter. This thing is sweet, and it's also a $70,000 SUV. This thing is gorgeous. Okay, but they are saying they're going to let you lease it. Is available for $1,088 per month for a 36-month lease with 12,000 miles a year. So figure 36,000 miles on there. You're basically what you're coming in at. 3-year lease. You'll need to come up with $37.39 due at signing, and that's before local taxes and fees. So basically call it about $4,500 down. In reality, you can also get it down to a 10,000 mile a year lease. That does drop the payment $30 to $1,050 with the same minimum down. So people are like, wow, I can lease one of these things for $1,100 a month. Exciting. Well, let's break it down. If you were to do it as a zero expense, they do that for us. Or zero down. So if you were to take it as zero down, divide that $37.39 across the 36 months, adds $103.83 to your monthly lease payment, bringing it to basically, in a nutshell, we do $1191.83 per month for 36 months. Now again, this was before local taxes and fees. So if we add those in, let's just bump it up just $8 a month and call it straight up $1,200 a month for 36 months is what this lease is if you were to do zero down, or if you were to finance this into it. Any way you cut it, okay, it comes out to be $1,200 a month is what it'll cost you for this lease. Okay, whether you do $37.39 up front or you were to mix it into your payments. So that's where we're coming in at. So they're saying, so it sounds good. You're like, okay, $1,200 a month to drive this truck, and I don't have to worry about it, and I get to hand the keys back after 3 years. That's great. Well, let's see if it is really that great. Let's take a look at it, because we see MSRP of the vehicle right here, $69,000. We're going to call it $70,000. So if we buy this, let's go up to where that payment is right there. So if you're going to do it, you're going to do it $1,200 per month, and you're going to do it times 36 months. That's going to come out to be, you're going to pay $43,200 for this truck. $43,200 to drive it for 36 months and 3 years. Okay? That kind of changed your perspective on this? That kind of making things look maybe not quite so good? Let's put it into perspective again. If you bought this vehicle for $70,000, okay, so here it is here, come on back up. So you bought it for $70,000 and you minus the $43,200 from this, okay, here's how much they're telling you that it's worth. Do you think really that if you bought this thing brand new, even if you bought it at full MSRP for $70,000 and you drove it for 3 years with only 36,000 miles on it, what would you tell a dealership if you brought it in and they said, oh, we'll give you $26,800 for it? You'd laugh at them completely, because realistically, if you bought this vehicle and you paid $70,000 for it and you drove it for 3 years and did all this stuff in it, 3 years, 36,000 miles, you should be able to easily get $50,000 for this. Easily. And that's the worst case scenario. So let's say that you get $50,000. So that means $70,000 minus $50,000 means that you got $20,000 invested in. $20,000, $20,000 divided by 36 months comes out to $555. Yet here you're leasing it for $1,200 when you could have bought it for $500 a month. Would it only cost you $555 per month to own it? And that is worst case scenario. Most likely, your $70,000 vehicle, when you got rid of it after 3 years, 36,000 miles, would probably still be worth, you'd probably still get $58,000 on it when you traded it in. Means $12,000, divide $12,000 by 36 months, and it costs you $333 to own if you bought it. Yet you're going to lease it for $1,200. So always do the math and see if it's going to work right for you. In my opinion, this killer lease deal on a 2025 4Runner Trail Hunter, this killer lease deal is a killer to you and your finances. This is not a killer in a good way. This is an absolute mistake, horrible mistake that will cost you 4 times as much money as it would to buy it, drive it for the same amount of time, and sell it. 4 times as much money. So always make sure the math works for you on the lease deals. This one is a complete joke. Speaking of interesting things, maybe possibly jokes, here we go. So Ford, their $30,000 electric truck is coming in 2027. Ford called it a Model T moment. Okay, this is that big deal for them. What is very interesting and cool is the platform that it is built on. It is a universal EV platform that can be used for cars, trucks, SUVs. This will be a mid-size, think Ford Ranger, think an electric Ford Ranger, but $30,000. So we're not going to stay on this long here. Ford is launching a brand new midsize 4-door EV truck in 2027. Note this, though. Pickup will be as fast as a Mustang EcoBoost and roomier than a RAV4. Interesting. Ford will also be killing the Escape and a Lincoln Crosshair SUVs because that is the line that this will be made on. See, this is what I said. This is their Model T moment. The headline is a new $30,000 compact electric truck in development will arrive by 2027. It'll probably go the same way the Maverick did. It'll be $30,000 for the first year it's out, and then it'll be $40,000 the second year and $50,000 the third year. So it might be very, very smart and worthwhile to buy one of these immediately because most likely the price will go up. Look at the Maverick. If you got a steal of a deal when a Maverick came out and you bought one for 20 grand then and you hung on to it 3 years, you would have got $20,000 for it used. Okay, because the prices just keep going up on them. So this might be one of those scenarios for you because I pretty much guarantee, especially at Farley in there, that it may come out of the gate at 30, but it will quickly jump and jump and jump just like the Maverick did. No different. But it's going to fit between or below the existing F-150 Lightning. Start production in the Ford Louisville plant in Kentucky 2 years from now and will cost $30,000, and that's MSRP, not with the tax credit price. Tax credits going away. And Ford says that price matches what the Model T cost a century ago, adjusted for inflation. Okay. Ford says the electric pickup, which could be badged the Ranchero, okay, that's what we're going to call it, so they're going to call it, will be called the Ranchero, will be as quick as an EcoBoost Mustang, suggesting 5-second grade performance. It will even claim the truck will have more downforce than the Mustang. They also promise that the 4-door cabin will have more or as much interior space as the Toyota RAV4 SUV is gonna, saying that its frunk, that is the trunk in the front where the engine would be, will give a car-like cargo bay and a lockable bed that can swallow surfboards and other outside gear. Interesting. We'll see. Here, look at this animation they got. You can see how they can go from crossover to SUV to pickup truck, and it's all on the same universal EV platform that they are planning to do. The EV rides on a brand new flexible platform spawned for a huge family of other EVs, some very different than a truck judging from their presentation. One gift showing different types of vehicles and a platform can accommodate, even showing a 2-seater van and 3-row SUVs. Watch. You'll see it, 3-row SUV, and you'll see 2-seater van. See, it all happens pretty quick in here, but pretty interesting to see what they're going to do with this. Ford claims it suggested the resulting vehicle will cost less over 5 years of ownership than a Tesla Model Y does over 3. Interesting, we'll see. And it says right here, there's going to be a lot of giga casting in this. Okay, that's where huge panels in sections, subsections are made as one whole piece. So if you get a fender bender, you have to replace the vehicle. It gets totaled, okay, like a Tesla does. Large single-piece aluminum castings reduce the number of parts, while pre-organized kits provide workers with all the tools and components in the correct position, improving speed and ergonomics on the assembly line. We shall see how all that pans out. The arrival of Ford's new generation's EVs at the Louisville means the end of the road for the company's Escape and the Lincoln Crosshair, both which are currently assembled at that plant. They are going to go away. So there's our information on that. Pretty exciting to see. Definitely not a Model T moment for Ford here as far as news goes, but very interesting. We shall see what happens with it and what it does. But like I said, in my opinion, if it comes out of the gate at 30 grand, might be worth buying one because it'll probably go up to 35 the next year, 40 the year after. That's my anticipation. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.